Step one. What is the last thing we did? We ran back through this hole. We had our homie, Cook, and Mac, our little children, our grandchildren, as a matter of fact, along for the ride with us. So let's continue on that path. And let's keep it moving. Let's go. Oh, it feels good to be back in the seat. I definitely remember what I was doing. That seems important. Not gonna worry about it now, though. Okay, don't random battle me. Okay, so that's where the fight went down. Nice. Let's check this. Make sure we're all good. Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. Crimson Forest. So we're exiting. Oh crap. So we're still looking we ran in here because we were looking for that kid. And that kid was found. Stuzzy. How's it going, my friend? How much space above my head do I have? That's a reasonable amount of space. How's it going, Stuzzy? How's it doing? Ooh. Yeah, I know I am. Stupendous day of flaming plasma hugs. It feels good. Feels good. Be amongst friends. So, skills. You got them. You got them. Everybody wants them. I think we're good. Like, this kicked us all the way out, so... Oh, what's this? It wasn't like this before. Maybe because Mac is here. Me? Seems so. There's a powerful spirit magic at work in this forest. It's likely that everything is coming back to life due to a spirit mage like Mac being here. Oh, neat. Let's see if these things are working then. I do believe that we ran by quite a lot of those. This music is sounding really good. Okay, I thought that would be one, but apparently not. Mac Daddy, use your spirit magic. Okay, I definitely remember how to play this game, no doubt.
Let's take him
down. Probably shouldn't have Seth in front. Water element means that you don't like those bloody earth ground, that move. No ground for you. But guess what you're gonna get, my dude? It's gonna be ground. It's gonna be ground. And you just defend. Okay, you don't need to charge up like that. It's okay. Regular roll attack on that soft boy. Good. So you only get the trigger action on immortal characters. Not me, baby. I'm not sleepy. Oh, he's sleepy. Way to go, Jansen. Way to disappoint everyone. Shame yourself and your family. Oh yeah, it's suit day. I feel like when I lay this angle, it makes me look way like I'm laid back a little much. Maybe I should. Yeah, that's probably a little better. What do we think, Stuzzy? Oh, this looks fresh. Alrighty, let's go ahead and... So fresh, so clean. Well, how are you doing today, Stuzzy, man? How's life treating you? I feel like I haven't talked to you in real life. Oh, well, in real-ish time in quite a while. Because I refuse to stream, apparently. Just defend. Punch that boy in the face. Get him. I thought I could hear a vague, like, frog sound. You're grounded. Seems about right, Stazzy. Descend into the depths of darkness. My goodness. Maybe I should try to go back through that little path that I received. I'm doing really good. It was a long day. I was probably in meetings for about 5 hours today. But just me and my manager and one of my teammates, like, the whole time. It was not optimal. Oh, I can't burn out a Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's always here for me, and I'm always here for Monster Hunter. I think that Monster Hunter is like my Final Fantasy 14. I think I'm gonna reach top level, like top tier, and then just come back seasonally for like when they have events or stuff like that. It'll become an old family friend. I'm thinking that what I need to do is outside of here. Since I'm here though, might as well save again. But what I'm doing must be upstairs, like, because they made the comment about the marks. So I'll just walk around to the front of this crimson forest and go from there. Yeah. It's gonna be haircut time for me. Actually, it's past haircut time, let's be honest. Need that bad cut. What's your hairstyle? Usually like short and well kept, or like long and flowing? That's debatable. Glorious locks. Glorious stuzzy locks. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we just leave. I mean, doesn't seem like there's reason to stay. Unless they make me. Oh, memory time. Kaim recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. Nothing wrong with that. It's good looks, does he? A dream has been revealed. Let the dream play. This happened a long, long time ago. On a small island which has since perished, they had an odd custom. They mourned their dead with song, with elegies. Elegy Island. The songs would play without ceasing from the last moment before death, or the funeral to the burial. Elegies would be sung for many purposes: to ease the grief of the family, to recall the legacy of the deceased, to appease the soul of one who died under stressful circumstances, to celebrate one's persons having lived to a ripe old age, or to evoke anger at another's pointless death. There were no fixed melodies or lyrics. Apparently the songs were sung without lyrics at all. No documents have survived, so all we can do is a simple oral histories, sighs the archaeologist as she views the island from the deck of the ship. The people of that island country had no writing system, which means they had no way to leave behind signs or evidence of their lives. Wish would at least interview a few survivors, but there weren't any. Every single person was killed. The research team's archaeologist is a young woman in her 20s. Her country is the one that destroyed the island. It happened while her ancestors, 7 generations back, were still young people. I hate to badmouth my own country, she says with a shrug, but they really didn't have to go that far. This is already getting pretty deep, actually. That far is no exaggeration. Her country prided itself on its overwhelming military force. or to gain mastery over the tiny island would have been as simple as twisting an infant's arm. But her country believed in oppressing its neighbors with force. The leaders were thinking more of those neighbors than of the island itself when it launched an all-out attack. The island was a mere object lesson. It was scorched from end to end. Every human being on the island, from newborn babies to elders on the verge of death, was killed without mercy. It's odd though, says the young woman with a grim smile. There are hardly any records left from that time, even in our country. I suppose what they did was so terrible they didn't want their descendants to know about it. Over. Welcome. I'm reading a book, apparently. Her remark prompts some older scholars on board to clear their throats, at the sound of which she snaps her mouth shut. Sorry, she whispers, you're not much older than I am. You probably don't want to hear about all this old stuff anyway. I do, though. What interest can a sailor like you have in these boring academic matters? Kaim only shakes his head in silence. Oh, there's a ham cam, but I always turn it off when I'm reading these dreams in this game. I'm not really sure why. I think I did it accidentally the first time, but I just stuck with it. Suddenly, things became very busy on deck. The boat is approaching the island and has entered a stretch of intricate channels where the skills of the crew will be tested. The boatswain calls Kaim. Oh, I'm sorry, the woman says. I shouldn't be monopolizing your time. You've got work to do. Even as she apologizes, the talkative young archaeologist asks Kaim, do you mind if I ask you one last question? Please. Ask away, he replies, stopping in his tracks. She looks around to make sure no one is listening and whispers, I'm sure this is your first time taking a research team over. Uh-huh. And your first time going to the island? Well, yes. So you probably don't know about some of the bad stories that tell about this place. That some scholars who go there fall under a curse, like they get sick while doing their research on the island, or they become mentally unstable after they got home. I've heard some even killed themselves. Nah, you know the code. This reference. What up, Sky? You mean a long time ago, right? Right. This is the first research trip in 50 years. Up to then, every time they sent out a team, one or two of the members would suffer the curse. This is why they put a stop to all of them all these years. Some a little scared myself. She sends a mock shudder through her body. I just thought I'd ask if you could teach me some magic spell for getting back safely. Kaim looks straight at her, not merely taking in her appearance, but searching for the person deep inside. You'll be fine, he says. You think so? I'm pretty sure you'll be okay. She looks at him questioningly. If you hear singing though, he adds, hum along with it. What do you mean, she asks, her expression increasingly uneasy, but Kaim says nothing more. Well, I'm doing good, Sky. I watched a lot of Code Geass at work. Get over here now, mister, the boatswain shouts at Kaim, who heads for the station. He did tell the woman one white lie, though. This is not his first time coming to the island. He has been here many times before. His first trip happened a long, long time ago. As the archaeologist said, the island elegies had no fixed melody or lyrics. They were all sung extemporaneously and never repeated. 100 deaths required 100 elegies. Nor did mourners agree in advance on the nature of their elegy before they started singing. At first, each would sing his or her own song expressing his or her own feelings about the deceased. Eventually, the jumble of songs would come together to a single melody without any singer taking the lead. In the culture of this island, they had no writing. There was, of course, no musical notation. There were no instruments for accompaniment either. Each mourner and grieving for their loved one would give voice to hopes for a peaceful last journey, and a song would emerge. Time travels first brought him here when the island was at peace, which is to say, centuries ago. He happened to arrive just after the death of a village elder. For 3 days and nights, an elegy was sung around the clock. The island's people's song, which shook the darkness and reverberated all across the clear blue daytime sky, left its mark with a certain ennobling comfort in the breast of Kaim, a man for whom fate had decreed that no one would ever sing an elegy. To think that such an island had been burned to the ground. People fled in all directions at once and were murdered one at a time. It was an absolute bloodbath. Kaim knows about the atrocities that accompanied the butchery, things that were not handed down to the generation of the young archaeologist. Had it wished to, the woman's country could have taken control of the island in a single night, but instead it used its military power to chase down each of the island's inhabitants over a period of several days as if carefully filling in the blank spaces in a coloring book. The island became enveloped in elegies. At first, while the living still outnumbered the dead, voices in an elegiac song all but shook the island with their volume. As the days went by, however, and the dead came to outnumber the living, the sobbing voices and song grew even fainter. When the battle reached its final phase, the few remaining islanders who had been cornered in the island's northern tip fled into a large cave. They resigned themselves to death. All that was left for them to do was pray that they might be allowed to die with some degree of peace. But even this small measure of hope they were unable to wring from their attackers. The army of the archaeologist's country went for maximum brutality. They entered the cave with every weapon at their command, and they charged out and killed one islander per day. Today was an old man. The next day was a young man. And after that, they tortured to death a young mother with an infant at her breast. And the following day, the infant they tore from her arms was put to death. The elegies resounded without interruption. The singing voices that escaped from the cave invaded the ears of the soldiers who were carrying on the massacre. Those soldiers with kind hearts collapsed one after another, or they went mad and left the front line. Song was the final weapon of the islanders, who had no other means to fight. They went on singing as they struggled against starvation, thirst, and their own fears. The commanding officer of the anti-insurgency forced ordered his men to fill in the mouth of the cave. If they buried the people alive, he thought, the singing would no longer be audible. Nevertheless, the faint singing continued. It went on day after day. Rainy days, clear days, daytime, nighttime, it continued, but no longer without breaks, which gradually increased in length. The singing went beyond being an elegy for a single person and became a song suffused with the sorrow of all the living things on the island. About the time the season ended, the last thin thread of singing died out. The army left the island. Not a single record of these military operations was left. Never again did anyone come to live on the island. The first research team in 50 years is plagued by difficulties. One scholar after another collapses. Almost every day, someone is sent out to the vessel anchored offshore, sick. All the scholars moan with pain blocking their ears. The situation is exactly what it was before the island was sealed off from research. Kaim knows exactly what is happening. The ocean breeze sweeping across the island sounds like a song. The branches swaying in the forest sounds like a song. The birds in the trees sound like a song. The babbling of the brook sounds like a song. The treading of boots on piled up fallen leaves sounds like a song. The crashing and receding of waves on the shore sound like a song. The elegy for the island that people sang with every last bit of life they could dredge up from inside themselves now is being sung by the island itself. Please stop, I beg you, please stop. The scholars cry out in their delirium, covering their ears. I don't know what he did, it was our ancestors, not us. The scholars who moan this hear anger and sorrow in the constantly resounding elegy. What they say is true, and it's not their fault, but they have been given no knowledge of what happened on this island so long ago. Sometimes not knowing can be a profound sin. They should prick up their ears and listen all the more. That is what Kaim has always done. The elegy being sung by the island is not merely hurling hatred and anger at them. The island is not trying to torture members of the younger generation like them who are without sin. Rather than blocking their ears, they should listen. If they do so, the message will reach them. For the island is telling them, you must know the truth. You must know what actually happened on this island so long ago. The investigation ends much earlier than originally planned. Most of the research team have returned to the ship, their health broken, and some of the more seriously ill members have been sent home. It's no longer possible to continue the work. The young archaeologist who spoke to Kaim on the way is one of the few who have persevered to the end. Thanks to you, she says to Kaim. As soon as she climbed from the ship launch into the ship, she saw Kaim standing on deck and hurried over to him. She looks haggard, but her fatigue is clearly less physical than mental. Still, her eyes harbor a strong-willed gleam. Did you hear this singing? He asks. I did, she says with a nod, looking back at the receding island. It was so sad. Because he had thought she was able to open herself to the sadness. Did you sing along with it? Yes, I did that too, partly because of what you said to me. I also found myself humming to the same tune quite naturally. Time nods and smiles at her. This is the first time he's encountered anyone with the heart to hear the island's elegy. This time when I get home, she says, I want to do some more serious research on the war. It's something I have to do. I almost feel like I don't have any choice in the matter. I'm glad to hear that, he says. I might turn up some facts that my country finds inconvenient, but I feel it is absolutely necessary to learn the truth, to know what actually happened. The ship emerges into the open sea. A single white bird flies out from the island as if seeing the ship off on its journey. Tracing a great arc against the blue sky, releases one high, ringing cry. No longer an elegy, this is a song of joy and forgiveness, signaling the dawn of a new age. Well, geez Louise. That was a whole thing. My God. Cheesy. Yo, how's it going? And of course, I decided to stream today, Sky. I haven't streamed in like a week. I almost forgot how to do it. I didn't know where to put the buttons. Like, where do I press the buttons, man? Where do I press them damn buttons? So can I leave now? Okay. So this exclamation mark makes me think that that's where I need to be. And I shall be. Sky, I do know what I read. It was pretty good, actually. I do know. Sometimes your country can be party to some atrocities, and you may need to know about that. That's probably what it says.
Citizens of Ura, I am Tolton, son of the late King Cypher. Please heed my words. At this moment, our nation is in
Oh, if it isn't that little scamp from Ura.
It's the council. I wonder what's going on. What would be so important that they'd have to broadcast it around the world?
That on the Wall Highlands into such a tragedy. I am overwhelmed with shame at the number of people who died in that battle. Furthermore, I must inform the people that His Excellency, the Venerable Chairman Roxian, who has led the council since our nation became a republic, has passed away due to a sudden illness. His Excellency felt a terrible sense of responsibility.
Do you understand any of this? There were a lot of words I heard in my history class.
That to save Uri, the monarchy must be restored immediately. Therefore, in accordance with His Excellency's dying wish, I hereby declare that henceforth the Republic shall be abolished and the Council shall be dissolved.
Huh, Golden Boy is sure taking a lot of initiative there.
It's Gongora's plotting.
The boss?
I don't get it. They're trying to stop something, right?
I, as the first in line to the throne, shall, with honor, bear the crown as 45th King of Ura. Also,
Oh, 45. Oh, thanks for clearing it up. I thought you were 44.
incumbent on the ruler of this nation, I shall appoint His Excellency Gongora, a sorcerer of vast experience, as my royal advisor and second in command.
Well, it shall be a great honor to accept your Majesty's appointment.
He sure knows how to ham it up.
What? Did he just say royal advisor? He's kidding, right?
It's nothing but government by regent.
My beloved citizens, allow me to illustrate one of the reasons that I reached this difficult decision.
Huh?
It's me! Look it!
They must be planning to invade Ura.
Is that my voice?
What is this?
How should I know?
As you can see, it has been refitted with weapons. Do you understand what this means? Numara, like Kent before it, is baring its aggressive fangs at our country. In this time of crisis, our country no longer has a standing army to protect us. Our army was swept up
Jansen, what the hell is this? Explain yourself.
I'm telling you, I don't know anything.
You've been used.
Me? By Gongora? You gotta be kidding me. I was just in it for the money.
There, see? He let it slip.
Yeah, okay. So now you know. But all he asked me to do is keep an eye on you guys. You gotta believe me.
Then what was that black pearl all about?
Well, look, that was, well...
Kime,
that,
this guy's bad
was,
news. We should get rid of him. We need to deal with him before we look for Sarah. Gongora might even be listening in on this conversation.
Hey, wait a minute, okay? You don't know the whole story. Let me
It
just...
doesn't matter.
Kime?
It doesn't matter. I'm Keanu Reeves.
Let him see us. Let him shudder as we close in on him.
You are creeping me out. Man, you know, he's a handful even after getting his memories back. Where did I put that pearl?
So that was a fun thing. Let's run up in here. We need to just generally check out. Oh, it won't open. Okay, apparently that's not the place to go. Let's run around a little bit. No, there are a bunch of soldiers over there. We better stay away for now. Okay, don't go that way. Gotcha. In Sky, you can't skip over stuff like that. That's the story of the game.
Hey, I've seen those guys before. What?
Eh?
What's going on?
No, we must be wanted. Probably saw us on a wanted poster somewhere. Oh!
Hey, who threw that?
Got him right in the bunghole.
What the?
Hey, it's you! You're the Orange spies!
I'm gonna let him keep doing this for a while. Kime, we need to beat this dude's ass.
Spies?
Look at Kime getting in that defensive position, but like not actually moving out of the way. That's probably not how you'd approach that.
We've got nothing to do with this. Here's your spy.
Yeah, what? Hey, don't point your finger at me.
Ura's gonna attack Numara, isn't it? It's all your fault!
It's all your fault. They definitely think we're spies now. We'll be arrested if this keeps up. Maybe it's better for us to get out of Numara for now, Kime. Seconded, they obviously aren't going to listen to us right now. How about we leave for now and come up with a plan? Alright, then this is not the way to go. Apparently we're going to get our behinds beat if we hang out here. You make me sad, Sky.
You alright?
Yeah. Fire!
This is no ordinary attack, is it?
What's an ordinary attack?
Cook, Mac, now's the chance for you to slip into the smoke and run.
What? No way.
Move! If you stay here, you'll be in our way.
That's not true. We're in this together. Let's go.
Don't worry, we'll be fine.
I say we surprise him by running away.
You. Shut up.
What?
Kime, see you later.
You know, I think they've noticed us.
Kime?
If we put up a struggle here, we could end up triggering outright war between Ura and Numara.
So that means we should do what?
Don't move! If you resist, you'll regret it.
So we let ourselves get caught. That's brilliant.
We should let them know fighting won't solve anything.
Then we'll need the power of the Queen.
Power of the Queen. Good idea. You know, me and the Queen are tight. Yeah, we go way back. No problem.
Yeah, right.
I think we're gonna go back to prison
You're
again.
wise to surrender, spies.
We're not spies. We want to speak to the proper authorities.
I'm just saying, reading books is good, Sky. It's good to read. Got a swole arm.
If you're not spies, then what is the meaning of this?
What is the meaning of what?
For ordinary travelers, you've certainly managed to get involved in some extraordinary events.
I apologize for pretending to be something I'm not. I just want you to hear me out.
Oh, I'll hear you out. You're going to tell me what Ura is plotting.
Well, see, now there's no surprise. They were going to throw your birthday party. Where's the Queen?
That's gotta hurt.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Idiot.
What's that look for? This fellow senses something unusual in your eyes.
What? Huh?
Well then, let's expose those eyes for what they really are. Our country's sorcerers have some impressive powers themselves.
I am flattered, General.
Do it.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy! Whoa! Oh!
Jansen!
Wow, do you see what I'm seeing? Because are those mine? Those are mine.
Ah.
They're mine?
These are without doubt crystals of magic energy. What this man sees is passed along to another sorcerer through these lenses of light. They're called spy eyes, and they allow a sorcerer to see everything the wearer sees.
Oops. Spies. Spy eyes.
Awfully elaborate stunt to pull, even for a spy.
Hey, you know, I am not that smart. I mean, I'm not saying I'm dumb. I didn't know.
Excuse me, General, but
He
this
definitely
man
knew.
is most likely telling the truth.
What?
The person in which spy eyes are implanted would not be aware of them. I could tell that much when I removed them.
It was in his butt.
This is high-level magic, far beyond the capabilities of someone such as myself.
Even with your power, you could not do it?
As you say, sir.
Ah, can't believe he was just using me.
Of all the times to figure that out.
I am gonna make that greedy, senile, flea-infested bastard pay.
Huh, you won't have time for that, spies. Kill them.
Uh-oh.
Well, all right then.
There was just no getting through to that guy.
You don't have much of a choice.
I regret not grinding a little bit before this.
Not too smart, eh?
We don't have those kids with us anymore. We'll attack them. Spell. Go ahead and attack. And you use a spell that's gonna hurt skin and humans. Humans. Good. Ouch. Stop. Why are you doing this? Perfect guard. Didn't expect that perfect guard. Let's give this man some fire too. We'll just do fire all around. Actually, you know what? Back it up. Kind. Throw that mana herb to Seth. You do the flare magic. And you do flare too. Oh, I love Jensen. He's so great. I definitely did. Oh, mana herb. I'm so dumb. I played too much Final Fantasy. Okay, let's try this again. Do I really have nothing to heal with? I don't. This could be a problematic thing. I should have probably done a lot of different things than I've done. But here we are. And you go ahead and... What's the good news, Desi? I need to restart this. Kill yourself, I guess. Sylvia. Raid. Sylvia, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Oh, and Kirito's here. How are you doing? How was your stream? How is life? Tell me it all. I need to know. You're gonna watch me die. I was not prepared for this battle. This is not optimal. Bad.
Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So what was the art today? What'd you draw? Commissions? Exciting things? I think that's great, Sylvia. You know how I go. Whatever you say is what I pay. I trust you. Please let this be over. Noise. But seriously, it's good to see you around, Sylvia. I do hope your stream went really well. I'm so sorry. Hi, Veloopy. I navigated that word in my head a lot of times. It's a Veloopy.
What's happening?
Ruh-roh. That's not a magic attack.
Are those your moms?
I don't believe it. What about you? Just go
Sigh. Oh, it exists.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Mac?
Hey, where'd you guys come from?
It was fun coming up here. We ended up sneaking around like thieves. Yeah.
You did great. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
So that's just what they're wearing underneath their clothes?
Don't let them escape! Release the god beast!
Let's see if I can do it. Maybe it's just chirping right now. Huh, how weird. Maybe it was the... Maybe it was the case. Hey, Stuzzy, can you try Sylvia draws all lowercase? Let's just make sure I'm not going crazy. Kirito, have you played any more Monster Hunter yet? I've been getting to the monsters, getting them hunted. Yoink, what you got in here? Who let the dogs out? Because, yeah. Ooh, what's this? Oh, just got the logo done. You're definitely cool enough. I think it might be because you put an exclamation, like a capital S, maybe try it all lowercase. Doesn't make any sense, but that's what I'm sticking to. Oh, you're doing something for Strife as well? Of course, Sylvia. Of course. Oh. Hey, how's it doing, my friend? How's things going? Oh, you wouldn't have the rights to do it, Kirito. Awkward. That's only for mods. Ugh, awkward. This is a very easy guy to evade. Let's see if we can go out this door. That's not a door. Actually, I'm not very sophisticated with my Nightbot usage, so I don't really know how to set that to not be that way. I like to do it for like VIPs as well. This way? What are you doing? We're gonna get caught. Not if I keep running like this, apparently. I know how to not get caught. Nightbot seems just fine. Alright, Sylvia, I really appreciate the raid, of course, and don't let your child burn down your house. That's important. Later. Here. Where you going? We're gonna get caught. Okay. But yeah, Stasi, if you get a chance, you can try to hit that shout out command for Sylvia, but all lowercase, just to see if it works. What depth earrings? If you get a chance. But with it, oh, so it's weird that worked. How odd. Thank you, Stasi, for the test. But yeah, anyway, everybody should follow Sylvia already if you don't already. So, oh. Cut around. No, I don't think this is on you this time. Girl, bye. Thank you. Oh, Kirito, you spoiled me. Thank you, I really appreciate that. I'm far undeserving. This is a weird section of the game. Ooh, Trails Night.
Yeah, this is much better. Time to relax.
This has Bondo doing voices as well.
All right.
Yeah, somehow. Mac, Ming!
Aunt Ming!
Ming.
Jensen?
Ooh.
Don't get up.
Don't be gross, Jensen.
Why have you come?
Oh, Stuzzy.
Merle, you don't remember me? I'm Seth. Seth Balmore. This is Kai Marganar. We're comrades. Remember? Comrades? What do you mean by that?
Here, let me help you.
End of the line for you. Your Majesty, I'm terribly sorry for the trouble. It will be over. Just a moment.
Sorry, this will be over in a second.
Hey, Squeaky, don't care about the Queen's continued good health, huh?
Aunt Ming!
You! Get out of the way! You do anything funny and the Queen gets it. Figurehead or not, she's still the Queen, Tiny. If anything happens to her, you'll be held responsible. You know better than to try anything, right? I mean, you're not stupid.
You're a real thug. You know that, Jansen? There's an exit. in
What
the
a
back.
thug.
Behind us.
Jansen, keep it up. And fall back. Right. Don't move. Don't move. Don't you dare move. You get it? Don't move from that spot.
You swine!
Jaw-dropping. Last episode of season 2? Season 3? What's the episode that what season are we on in Attack on Titan? Look at this wide camera view and this really fast run speed. Let me get out of here. Who's this? Season 3 part 2. Okay. So that means I probably need to loop back in for some more Attack on Titan. This can't be happening. Where could my Moo have gone? My dog Moo went out somewhere all of a sudden and still hasn't come back. He probably got lost while I was out looking for food again. He's such a pig sometimes. I usually find him around here, but not today. I doubt he's left town though. I'm not gonna look for your dog. K. Sweet. What's that right there? What's in front of me? Huh. I have to look. Is that... This is gonna drive me nuts. My hand's this way. What is... Yeah, the table. How strange. I'll deal with that at some other point. Anyway. Sorry, I was talking to myself about my setup. Attack on Titan stockpile sounds like an emotional journey to go on. Because Attack on Titan is like... It's a lot, man. That's a lot of show. I remember watching the first season and being emotionally impacted to a degree that I was not expecting. Hey, stop goofing around. They're going to catch up to us. Like, they keep giving me messages that make it seem like I'm going the wrong way, but then allow me to continue going in the direction. Very odd. Oh, it's unlucky. The unlucky one is here. How are you doing today? Hello, Ace. Welcome, everyone.
This guy's annoying.
General Kukunis!
You won't get away this time, because you're all under arrest on suspicion of spying and for abducting Her Majesty the Queen. You will come along quietly.
Guess we have no choice.
Oh, fruits. This is not a boss fight that I'm prepared for. Ergo Proxy. Oh, Ergo Proxy. I think that is one that Unlucky had mentioned previously. Or am I maybe making that up? With the... Yeah. But, yeah, welcome, Ace, Unlucky. And hello again, Kuro. Because now you're making me think about Attack on Titan, and it's making me real emotionally unsettled. I feel like this thing is electronic, so it probably doesn't want... Well, if I had lightning, that'd be probably the best, but I'm so under-prepared for this right now. Oh, Unlucky, how was your trip? Have you made it back safe, Dave? I think you streamed yesterday, so probably yes. So we have options. I feel like the thing I want to mess with first is this cannon, because it's a flipping cannon, but I'm probably going to make the wrong decision, and it's going to lead to my death. I can make a grown man cry. Maybe you don't like wind. Storms, yeah. The weather got buck wild here in Florida yesterday as well. See if we can help out Jansen's slow self. Spirit magic. No, it's been. Let's try this. Okay. Don't take my MP. They love that mechanic in this game, like to drain from your characters. You're gonna run me over, aren't you? So everybody gets a turn. This is gonna be grim. Those numbers aren't big enough. I can tell you that right now. All right. So you go ahead and do all shield. You do some Zephyr. We might fly away on our Zephyr. Hit you with ground on that cannon unit. You can throw a little bit more magic power to Jansen for the buff. Stop recharging, tank. Don't hit me with your tank again. Same dude. This game is kind of brutal.
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't much healing. It's hitting real hard. Everybody's hyper aware of the hardness of my getting my butt busted. I'm getting butt busted by this dude. Alrighty. Let's try that cannon again. And you're gonna have to go ahead and actually continue to heal. Heal up old Mac. And you keep on blasting off, my guy. And you go. Exactly. Punch that tank with a combo. Something tells me something real bad's gonna happen when that tank charges up. Nope. That wasn't it.
Okay.
That was not it, Chief. This is not going as I wanted it to. Okay, so the move is not what I'm doing, but there's only one way to find out. Cannon unit versus cannon. Just hit the cannon with whatever we got. One more again. Maybe it won't like wind. Cannons probably don't like wind. See old Mac. And then you do help Kime. And once that tank fills up, I hope it doesn't auto get an attack. This is gonna be bad.
Let's go!
This is going really poorly. I wanted to take a moment here to step out of the game and into real life and say this is going poorly, and I don't think this is going to be a victory run. Yo, this is a timeout, as if this is Saved by the Bell, and I'm Zach Morris. It's going well for that tank. All right, well, let's get this. Let's continue this ass beating already in progress. Okay. The suspense. Let's do. Yeah, we don't have any items to use. So it looks like the thing to do was not to do the tank thing. Also, I only have these skills. I need to reset my skills. Can I just, nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Just. Thank you, my friend. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Juice is my person. It's my homeless, my brother with the same blood. It's a true brother. I know, 6 months. It's been that long. It doesn't seem that long. Get that new badge. Thumbs up. I should probably get a new emote, so it's not the same. You live, you learn. That's one of those M. Foxley joints who created that emote. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with this bad plan to attack that thing. Let's try to heal Mac, but it probably won't matter. Trust Shadow. But I'm good, Juiced. I'm glad to be streaming again. It's been too long. That was pretty effective, though. So I definitely found the wrong answer for what to start attacking. Are you gonna hit? Is it gonna be Mac? Is it gonna be Seth? Is it gonna be Jansen? It's Mac. They're just really not gonna like let this thing die. Okay, go ahead and heal. Do Zephyr. For everyone, you spell, you do. I didn't really care about Flare. Let's see about Ground again. Cannon, you do some more white magic. Hit Zephyr again. You do Spirit Magic, do Shadow again. We're gonna burn through this MP. Burn till we die.
I'm not through yet. A real man dives in head first.
I don't know what that means in this context, my guy. It's gonna be Mac again. Who's Seth?
Okay.
It's not bad recovery. Alright, dude. Are you still charged up? Are you still powered up? Tank unit or magic heavy tank? I wouldn't say that, Kuro. So what's the move here? Do I attack tank unit or magic heavy tank? I mean, I think the tank is the thing that's holding all the magic energy. And the unit itself is the enemy. Let's do magic heavy tank. And we're just gonna go ahead and keep on healing all around with everyone. You do ground. Magic heavy tank. You go ahead and Zephyr as well. You use a spell, Spirit up, and recharge up my guy Jansen. Not my true guy, just a guy. Could have sworn to aim for the tank. That could have been worse.
Okay.
Okay. So let's head for the magic heavy tank. And then from there, we'll do a spell. Can you hit the all shield? Your last MP, yes. You do more ground on magic heavy tank. You do your got a mana herb. Throw a mana herb to Seth. Is it right? Mr. JRPG, it's so very good to see you, my friend. Do white magic heal Seth. You throw the mana herb to Seth. Seth is so strong. Stop taking my MP. Good. Don't hit me with your tank. You know, I think I really front-loaded the danger by taking care of that tank initially. Like the cannon part. Board faming meetup. That's cool, Mr. RPG. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad you're out there bored gaming. You gotta let me know what game you guys end up playing. So I can imagine having friends that would play board games with me. Seth. Let's hit him with your sword. Probably. Yeah. Sword. Ground. Magic tank unit. Spell. No spell needed. What we need is more mana. Who's low? Oh, it's like that, Mr. JRPG. Sure, if I remember to. And hit him with more shadow. I mean, that's all we got. Because the physical attack's not doing it, bud. Maybe we can power up Kaim. There we go. 26 ain't it, Chief? Should have powered up Seth. Hit me with your bloody tank. Hit him every single time, matter of fact. Aim for Kaim 100% of the time. It'll work out. It'll definitely pay off. Defend. Spell. Ground. Tank unit. Magic tank. Magic heavy tank is what I'm... Yeah. Magic heavy tank? Totally getting thrown off about which one is the one I said I would aim for. I think it was magic heavy tank. Go ahead and... Nobody needs healing right now, so let's... I don't have any black magic on Cook. I feel like at some point they unequipped my characters. Which is a big bummer sauce, but... Dude, that's the real good question, isn't it, Kuro? Yeah, I can't see. I think it must have something. The cannon definitely did. The thing is that full charge tank power hit really doesn't hurt that bad. Like, Kaim can tank that all day long with no fear. And can tank his human body can tank the tank. It's Kaim the tank. No, give my MP back. Kaim the tank, tanks the tank. What's the new badness are they gonna put up on me now? Okay. Hit it with your sword. Hit it with your sword. Hit it with magic. Throw... Ooh. Ground bomb at it. Why not? And you can throw something else. Why not? Because we got plenty of them. $77. Doing great. Yeah. It's been a painful one. Oh, wait. Ooh. Yeah, we did it. Oh, and perfect timing. Ah, yes, Evixis. Thank you, my dear friend. 3 months of powerful friendship. Well, actually more than that, but friendship, yes. Yes. Thank you, Avixis, for being exactly the person you are. I appreciate that. It is nice fanfare. It looks creepy. Nobody likes it at all. Yara says, what is that creepy thing that comes up when people subscribe? I said, I don't know. It was the first thing I found when I Googled something creepy GIF. That was weird. All right, Kirito, handle that for emergency. For emergency.
Wait.
Yeah, sorry about that thing back there.
Don't be.
Well, I didn't want to pull a stunt like that, but listen, did I hurt you? I'm sorry if I did. I didn't mean it.
It's fine. Everyone is safe now after all.
Well, you know, I should really be thanking you for helping us escape.
Well, since these children were there.
You're acting kind of weird. You got a crush.
Would you shut up? We had a moment there.
Aunt Ming, are you okay?
Yes. Cook? Mac? Why are you two? Did something happen to your mother?
She's passed on.
Please don't let your spirits fall. I'll always be with you.
Thank you, Aunt Ming.
Aunt Ming.
Oh, why would a big boy like you be crying, Mac?
He's going to change from here on out.
No more crying.
Seth. What you said earlier, that we were friends, is it true?
Yeah, but this isn't the best place to stop and talk about it. We need to get out of town.
What will you do, Your Highness? You said earlier you couldn't leave because you were the queen.
I'll go with you. It seems I must.
You'll come with us?
Yes.
Awesome.
That's weird. Why is that what the queen wears? That doesn't make any damn sense.
Hold on. We're being pursued by both Numara and Gongara. We should probably find a ride.
Ride? Where? How?
Let's go to the harbor. I've got an idea.
Ooh, an idea. I definitely know where the harbor is. I don't know where that is. Composite magic tutorial. Some magic spells can be combined together to form what is known as composite magic. To cast a composite magic, you must be able to use both of the spells that compose it. Use the spellbook under menu to check the spells required for composite magic. Any composite magic for which you lack the required spells will not be displayed. Okay. You can only use composite magic spells for which you have the required skill level. Neat. No, you didn't really do anything. That was a bad tutorial. Okay, so I need to look at my skill sets and my skill links. Okay, that's useful. Like, don't I have level 2 white magic at this point? Yeah. Level 2 black magic. And this was just casually empty. That's neat. That's exactly how you want to go into a boss fight. Level 3 white magic, just not equipped. Angel Heart. Free spell time cast of a user. Don't care about that. Hey, sure, why not? Seems like a thing I would be interested in. So, right now, we're linked up with white magic, which we already have. Level 3 black magic might be good. Casting support. Oh, thank you, Stardust. That's a long time, 7 months. But friendship for much longer than that. And much more time going forward. I appreciate you. Thank you. Ah, yes. The originator Stardust of the ah, yes. Well, of noticing that I say it way too much. Let's see, yo, let's check. Let's see if we can get this. Let's get that on Seth. If we can boost up that. Oh, very possible. Especially when it's subconscious. I was like, I didn't know I said that. I didn't know. Lucky Clover, we've learned that. Increase magical and physical defense. I don't care about critical scenarios. Lucky Clover. Okay, critical hits occur. Grants immunity to paralysis. We already learned that. Level 3 black and white magic. How's your trip going, Stardust? Having fun? Black and white magic. Let's do that on you. Man, I should have equipped anything on them. You don't need that. You probably want... Sure, why not that? Sage protection... reduced during critical. Nobody cares about that either. Alright, Hivixis, I appreciate the lurk. Gotta get that lurk and work on. Recovers MP when defend is used. That seems good. But oh yeah, friendship. There is a whole lot of friendship around here, Mr. JRPG. I think that's a very good one. You know, surprised by how well and like how clear it is too. Like you can definitely see it. Exactly what it's saying. I give that emote 10 out of 10. Sure. Maybe we should let her be able to use magics. Put the aim ring on me because we don't have anything else. Maybe I should consider assembling a ring whenever I get to a safe spot. Please don't stop me, anybody. I want to make the opposite of Jim Carrey and say, nobody stopped me. That was a good one of those good The Mask goofs. That was The Mask, where Jim Carrey said, somebody stop me, right? That was The Mask. Had to be. Thanks, eh? You... Kuro, you are too young to love the movie The Mask. I want a better life for you. Better life than I've had. Being the man that I am today. Based off my perception of Jim Carrey. It was The Mask. Yeah, no, I mean, it's good, Mr. JRPG. It's a good one, and it represents a lot of what goes on in your stream. Just friends hanging out, playing games, learning. Occasional cause process. Absorb some MP. Who would use that? Slightly increase the chance of critical hits. Bruiser ring. I have no guardian ore. Inflicts significant damage on magical enemies. So Kuro, you have like a, what is your favorite horror movie? That's for everyone. What's everyone's favorite horror movie? I think mine might actually be Silent Hill, weirdly enough. Wind. Aqua. This music's starting to slap, by the way, again. This guitar is jumping in, going in hard. Damn. Oddly enough, also The Mask. How's it going, Dan BZ? Halloween. That's one of the oh man, is that the Michael Myers in that one? Oh, Japanese horror. Aliens plural, the sequel. It's pretty good. Aliens, pretty scary, tense. So you mean like the Japanese Grudge? I watched that recently. I actually watched that with Stardust, I think. Yeah, Alien is good. Although once that in 2019, seeing that thing bust out of that dude's chest is like terrifying, and then you kind of look closer and just looks like a plastic doll somebody's waving around. It's like, oops. Hi. Game over, man. Game over. What's the thing he says? Who's got two thumbs and something? I can't remember. It's like that thing they say. Shakushinari. What happens in that one, Kuro? Do they make an American version, like, you know how they did with the Grudge, and I think they did that with the Ring as well. I think the Ring was also Japanese horror to begin with. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Yeah, my day was really good. And now it's getting better because I'm listening to this slapping guitar. Hello, my ragtime. Yeah. But no, today was a pretty good day. Had way too many meetings. Did not love that. May the shorts be with you. That's the one with John Candy? Is that John? No, that's not John Candy. That's the other guy. Spaceballs. The shepherd yard is up ahead. That's where the latest model is being built. We should go take a look. I regret this. This is not what I want to do right now. Oh man, I shouldn't have come in here. What I really want to do is travel back. Oh. Yeah, unless you miss your life. That's grim. You're not gonna let me do it, are you? Nope. Didn't think so. And that would be horrible. You call here in the last few minutes of your life. The ghost picks a new number from your contact list. So the ghost uses your phone and everything. Ghost like, I ain't afraid of no Roman charges. There up ahead holds the military most important secret. We're in the middle of an emergency, so turn yourselves around and get lost. And they're like, it sounds legit. Ugh. This person's getting talked to. Maybe distracted? What do you mean? Get out of here. There's no need to be rude even in an emergency. I haven't seen any of the Rob Zombie ones. I don't tend to watch horror movies in general. This is an emergency. Can't those technicians hold orders? They need to get out now. Oops, somebody left the gate open. Let me in. I'm gonna get on this boat. Oh no, Air. That is a mistake. We're in luck. They're just starting the final adjustments, which means they'll be fitting the engine next. Is that a child? Is this another sneaking part?
This is a serious engine.
Warning, it's weird. Devil's Rejects. Yeah, I mean, I just never watched any of those. There you go. That solves that. Warning, it's weird.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Eh? Hey, what up, overnight technician Banda? We haven't met, but I feel like I already know you.
Hey, that engine. Where'd you get it?
Oh, this. Let's see, when was that? A while back, an unbelievably huge fish washed up on shore. This was in its belly.
We checked it out and realized it could deliver incredible output, so we fixed it and installed it in the boat.
There's no reason that Banda should be talking to us, neither should Zonton.
Did the repairs work?
Like a charm, that boat was built to be General Kakanis' command vessel. Installing it is all that's left to do.
I don't think I've heard of mirrors.
I see. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
A huge fish, huh? You know, a while back...
Is there something you remember?
I really depended on it.
Depend on what? The fish or the engine?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Chance, and I was kind of wondering, like, what is she talking about?
The engine? It's from back when I was a pirate.
Butt pirate.
Huh?
Mature stream.
You were a pirate? Yep, that's right.
Wow! Amazing! That is so cool!
There we go. Act like I'm leaning against the wall.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I've always loved women who are pirates and swordswomen and stuff. I read books about them.
It's not Waka Stardust. It's legit. She said pirate and I said butt pirate. This is a mature stream and I can say that.
It is so exciting to meet a real woman pirate. I mean, to make a long story short,
I feel like the kid that does his voice, that voice sounds so familiar to me.
She wants to be your apprentice. Yeah. What he said. Could I?
It sounds like the voice of like either Phil or Lil off Rugrats. That's what I'm getting at. I don't think this is right, but that's what it sounds like to me.
So, Seth, Mistress Seth, please let me be your apprentice.
Might as well, they're gonna be hanging out with us anyway. He wants that pirate booty. That's right, Stardust. This game kind of loves to leave you in a cutscene and then end the cutscene with no real direction of what you're actually doing. So I can just get on here. Yeah, like Phil or Phil and Lil. I don't know if Phil and Lil was voiced by the same person.
Inform General Kakanis that the engine installation is complete. He said to call him when we're ready for a test run.
Alright, yeah. Oh, hey, look! Someone's on board!
Hey, yourself, you little toad.
What are you doing there? Get off! Go! Get word to General Kakanis! Hurry!
Yes, sir!
Gotta go! Somebody grab them!
Attention, General Kakanis. Your ship is leaving. Thank you. All right. Should be easy. Oh, wow. A lot of buttons there. Gonna need a manual. I think I'm...
Out of the way, amateur. Here goes. Starting engine.
Oh, yeah. We got movement. Okay, crisis averted. Some horror world. She loses her mind. She looks like she's drugged almost all the time. I bet I can understand how to control the slant nose, but with the slant nose at hand, you're able to traverse the wide open ocean. Move the left stick in a direction to set the slant nose in motion. Move the right stick in a direction to set the camera view. Sometimes, some areas such as shallows, ice fields, and hypercurrents are not navigable even to the slant nose. Press the right bumper to move the slant nose to the slant nose bridge to return to sea navigation. Approach the cockpit controls. Confirm that you want to embark. When you approach the shores, A to land will appear over on the bottom right. Press A to exit the slant nose. To make the world map menu appear, click the right stick and move to the closest landing point. To reboard the slant nose, choose the landing point in the world map, then press A. No. This sounds kind of cool. Got a little Tokyo drift in here. Okay, let's go inside and see what they want us to actually do. Well, video game, what would you have me do? Oh wow, loading screen so long they had to do that.
Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Okay then, where do we start?
All right, Kuro, thank you. Have a great sleep.
It comes in fragments, same as you.
I'll see you next time, my friend, and I'll see you in the Discord.
Please tell me what you meant by saying we were comrades.
We were comrades.
Do you have dreams?
Yes, I do. Well, what about them?
Have you ever wondered if those dreams might be fragments of your past? That there might be something turning round and round in your heart, different from the way you are now?
That is what the cool dudes do, air.
Feelings.
Wow, you're like saying more than one word since you've been getting your memory back. Well, you're still as fun to be with, though.
Well, have you experienced anything like what Kaim is talking about? I'm not sure. You know that you're called the 1,000-year-old queen, right?
Just that little
Your
Jerry
body
Curl
is supposed
event.
to be immortal?
Me and Easy.
Yes, but I don't know why I'm called that, or why my body doesn't age. I don't understand anything.
That must be why Kokonis looks down on you. You've lost your purpose.
It's just that... How should I put it? I often feel as though there's something terribly important that I'm forgetting. And it pains me. As though it may not be in my memories after all. But my heart remembers the pain. There have been many times recently when this has happened.
That's creepy, air.
My body wouldn't move, like it was exhausted. And then I would collapse. When I felt this vague sense of unease coming on, I would often play the harp, and that would calm my mind.
So that's what you were doing when we met?
Yes. Kokonis frequently advised me to live
That
the
sword's
country
still
from its
cool.
isolation. At those times, he recommended nothing more than expanding our information about the outside world. But it seems that his true objective was something else.
No, this is what they call fate. See, meeting me was predestined. That means Kokonis just played a role. He was a pawn to make it happen.
All right, that's enough fighting.
Ow, hey!
All right.
Ming, I felt the same as you until recently. My memories were locked up.
Your memories were locked up?
You, me, Seth, and Sarah. And one more whose name that you as queen should know. The Urin sorcerer, Gongora.
Yes, I'm aware that there is a sorcerer called Gongora.
I know about Gongora.
The five of us were once comrades. We had a 1,000-year agreement. We came to this world to accomplish something important. For that reason, we were made immortal. We don't age. When the end of the 1,000-year agreement drew near, Gongora betrayed us. Though we couldn't die, He inflicted pain on us that was worse than death.
Pain? What kind of...
He deprived me of someone more important to me than myself. He cruelly stole her from me and inflicted a deep wound on my heart that can never be healed.
Ooh. Crepes are like
I
both.
also had something important stolen from me. Gongora used magic energy to block my memories and seal them within me. After he wiped out our entire lives, we became like living corpses.
Then I too have had something very important stolen, and my memories locked away?
Yes.
What could possibly be so important?
Don't push yourself. Take all the time you need to remember. Oh yeah, I have something to return to you.
Return? To me?
This really saved me.
Legitimately did.
I met you before, didn't I?
Yeah, 200 years ago. I borrowed this from you back then.
I must meet with Gongora.
That's what we plan to do.
He's up to something that involves Grand Staff. We have to stop him. That has become our mission.
Guess that means our destination is Ura, right?
Hold on. If we go to Ura, we'll have to cross the
Breakfast
ocean. In a
chimichangas.
boat like this, there's no way we'd make it.
Even with your engine, Seth?
It's an old clunker.
Oh, it's got power to burn, but the ship itself wouldn't be able to handle the strain. It would fall apart.
Aww.
Oh, it's got power to burn.
Why don't we head for Gotza? They've made the most progress with magic technology. I am the Queen of Numata. I shall request aid from the King of Gotza in the name of our countries and for the world's future.
Chimichangas are not crepes. We've lost the plot. Okay, so... No. Nope, not what I'm looking for either. Okay, so we've been some places, but not a lot of them. Is there a turbo boost button? Nope. Turbo boost! When I used to work at the mall, there was a place that sold crepes. And I remember really, like, I would go there every once in a while and eat there, but overall it's just like, why am I doing this? There's not anything particular that I like about this. So what's a different continent? And rotate it back to the exact same place. Don't need to do any of this. In a suit while jet skiing. Exactly. My best Christmas memory. My best Christmas memory was the year that we got an N64. I believe. It had to be an N64. My brother and I, we obviously knew that we're going to get that because, I mean, you don't just accidentally get an N64. We came down and it was all wrapped up, and then we busted that bad boy open. Now, here's the thing. I want to say that we must have gotten it late, because I don't remember exactly what came out with launch, but I distinctly remember playing Shadows of the Empire, the Star Wars game with Dash Rendar. And being like, this is incredible. In retrospect, though, that game was real not good. But yeah, that was it. The old Dash Rendar. My Star Wars buddy. We did the stage repeatedly. I think in Hoth is what it's called. Where you looped up the legs of the AT-ATs. And they fell, and I thought that was the most incredible cinematic event I'd ever been witness to in my entire life. That was effing awesome.
Land at last. Try land, no more
I have no idea how I got here to the right place, by the way.
Ow! Hey, what the hell was that for?
The slant nose will
That's a
never
foul
sink.
move by your friend.
Not with the captain's engine on board.
You think you're so cool now that you're a pirate? Well, I'm gonna teach you a thing or two about the pirate code.
Oh no, it was not.
And what code would that be?
What code? Well, that would be.
First was the
secret
Nintendo
pirate code
Entertainment
that we
System,
would do if we
NES.
had the time. Good luck, kid. Hey, Grandpa! Wow, you have Cook is such a and what a kick! Boy, she's strong. That Cook. Ha ha.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you've just said.
Well, what I'm saying is that Cook is as cute as a button. She's just, oh, you must be proud.
You lying creep. Cook, it hurts when you get kicked, you know?
You should, yeah, exactly. Or are you?
Isn't that right, Captain?
Oh, she forgot to animate herself moving. She remembers something. Said. Oh, I have to remember one of her dreams now. Well. Remember that time you played Shadows of the Empire and didn't let me get in? I'm gonna knock over your cake. My party is swollen. Hello, Sai. And it's reading time again. Oh, wondrous beast Anera. Anera. Proud descendant of the White-Winged clan. Exactly, Sai, just in time. You are all alone you alone are my irreplaceable companion. Would it anger you to hear me call us two of a kind? Were we not, in fact, a perfect combination, you and I, bound together by a single thread? That gossamer thread we know as loneliness. Anera, I owe my life to you. Not, of course, that you saved my life in the ordinary sense of the word. Mine is not a life that can be lost under any circumstances. It is an irrevocable burden. I will not die. I cannot die. And therefore, my life was not yours for you to save. O Anera, what you saved and now see was not my life but my heart. Back then, long centuries ago, I was a pirate, the only woman pirate on the open seas, Seth Balmore. That name was known to all who piled the sea. Some spoke my name in fear and trembling, while others voiced it with deepest admiration. Some even called me the righteous buccaneer. Nor were they far wrong, I'd say. The pirate ship I commanded had rules that were clear and strict. We targeted only one kind of vessel, those opulent passenger ships the wealthy boarded for pleasure cruises. We put a bit of scare into the passengers, of course, maybe rough them up a little, but killing was strictly forbidden. All we did was squeeze a few drops of treasure out of the purse of those who had more money than knew what to do with. We traded our booty for cash with shadowy dealers and the money we shared in the world's dens of poverty. I would cringe at being called a champion of justice, but we prided ourselves on being far more than villains. I became a pirate for one simple reason. I hated the law, and I hated even more those who flaunted the law for their own self-aggrandizement. In a word, I wanted a life of freedom. Whenever I stood at the prow of a pirate ship slicing its way through the waves, I viewed the vast ocean stretched out beneath the clear blue sky. I felt enveloped in the joy of having taken limitless freedom in my own two hands. True, I need not traffic in the fear of death and aging known to all who count as humans. And because I will neither age nor die, infinite time means for me infinite freedom. Not bad, wouldn't you say? I would spy the ship that would be our day's quarry. I was always the first to board it, springing lightly onto their deck with a shout, "I am Seth Balmore. Now be good and hand over your money and valuables." Then, taking the booty we'd snatched, Booty snatched. My men and I would raise a cry of victory and leap back into our ship. I was absolutely free. Nothing stood in my way. Eternal life overflowing with freedom. Not bad, wouldn't you say? Booth. Booty. Roger's Buccaneer, what kind of fancy pants nonsense is that? How about pirate B word? I don't know why I didn't just say that. It just felt bad. Didn't like the mouthfeel of it, so I didn't say it. Of course, one always hears such jealous ravings in all walks of life, but especially so in thuggish world of pirates. Needless to say, I knew I had many enemies. Even a child who realized that being called a righteous buccaneer could only increase the number who hated me among such raping and pillaging brigands as pirates of the sea. I didn't care about that. I could be stabbed with a knife or blasted with a cannon, I still would not die. Alright, Stardust, thanks for trying. Have a good trip, have fun. Immortal Seth, they called me, and it was literally true. Not just a figure of speech. I won't get in your way, I told the other pirates, but I won't let you get in mine either. I was afraid of nothing and no one. I lived the way I wanted to live and wouldn't or shouldn't have let anyone interfere with me. Oh, go ahead and enjoy yourself, Stardust. Yes, I will have a great stream, I'll be here. Went wrong only once, but that was all it took. In a moment of carelessness, I let them capture me. Of course, that alone was nothing for me to be afraid of. As I keep mentioning, I can never age or die. It would have done them no good to try killing me, and they knew it. The most they could do would be to rough me up a little and then threaten to make it worse for me next time. They had to do something to show their men how tough they were. Oh, I don't like where this is going. They couldn't just let me horn in on the pirate games and pretend it never happened. Uh-oh. So I said, hurry up with the torch, will you? I haven't got all day. We were in a cave on a desert island. I was in handcuffs and leg irons and surrounded by half-dozen huge men, all well-known pirate captains. One of them was holding a long, thick chain. I get sick to my stomach just looking at your sweaty faces. Come on, hurry up and beat me with the chain. Would you rather strangle me? Whichever you choose, hurry up and get it over with. The men laughed out loud. Hurry and get it over with, said the leader. Too bad for you, Seth, but this punishment is not the kind that can be hurried. I'm just sorry we can't stay with you to the end. Yeah, chimed in another man. Unlike a monster like you, we humans don't have all the time in the world. Okay, man, let's make it fast the way the lady wants. Oh, man. Licking his lips, the man with the chain approached me, and two others grabbed my arms from the side. They were not going to use the chain as an instrument of torture, but to rob me of my liberty. They chained me to a gigantic boulder in the cave. They were laughing so hard they could hardly contain themselves. Just what you need, huh, Seth? It's the end of the road for you. We can't shoot you, we can't step you to this, so we'll just lock you up. Okay, that's better than my concern. We'll never come back to this island again. And even a half-baked pirate like you knows this place is not on any sea lanes. No fishing boats even. And right about now, your men have gone off looking for the wrong island. We're the only ones who know we brought you here. Not even our crew knows where we are. Nobody's coming to save you, that's for sure. You'll be in here forever. Can't move a muscle and you can't even die. All by yourself. For the rest of eternity. With that, the men walked out of the cave, leaving me there with a single lantern. Cowards, I screamed. Don't run off like that. Don't do this to me. But the only response was the hollow echo of my own voice in the cave. The lantern the men left behind was not meant as a kindness, but rather the opposite. It was a prop in the little drama. When it finally ran out of oil and went dark, it would impress on me the weight of eternal solitude. As long as the camp kept glowing, I was filled with rage for the men. When the oil was running low and the flame began to flicker, a deep anxiety assaulted me. Unable to move, I stared blankly at the flame. Eternity. This world has no such thing, or perhaps it should not have. Solitude. I was always alone. Or more precisely, I always ended up alone. It was my destiny. I could be surrounded by companions whose feelings matched my own perfectly. I could share the deepest love with another, but in the end, I would always have to lose them. Do you know what it feels like to see countless others succumb to death while you are yourself on the road of endless life? But in your case scenario, you do have some idea. As I watched the lamp in the cave went out, A world of darkness spread out before me, and there I was, alone. No more would I taste the sorrow of parting, but neither would I be able to taste the joy of meeting, eternally without end, alone. I did not try shouting. People shout and scream for one reason only, because they want someone to hear them, because they believe there is someone somewhere who will hear their cries. This is a grim tale. I did, however, shed tears, which is not to say I wept. There is no way that the immortal woman pirate Seth Balmore would ever break down and cry. A tiny tremor went through the darkness. That is all it was. And then I noticed, oh, tears are coming out of me. Really? That is all it was. The hours passed, or perhaps it was days. In the darkness, I lost track of the flow of time. There was something else I lost track of. If all there was left for me to do was to stay by myself, struggling against eternal solitude, incapable of even rotting away, then what was the purpose of my living in the world? Perhaps the men who had trapped me here had been right. Unable to either age or die, perhaps I was some kind of monster. Then why was such a monster living in this world? What was I supposed to do here? I did not know the answer to that. I would never know the answer. To the end of my never-ending life, I felt frustration, sorrow, but above all, fear. Eternity was frightening to me. Solitude was frightening to me. I might have been trembling. Or without even the energy for that, I might have been utterly drained. Whatever it was I was feeling, that is when it happened. Anaria, that is when you first appeared before me. A tiny burst of light softened the darkness, and from the light, almost before I could wonder what it was, there came a voice. Are you too trapped in the prison of solitude? Who? Who's that? In the light, a flash of white wings. Then with a sudden increase in size and brightness, the light seared my eyes, causing the total darkness. My eyes could not stand the glare, and for an instant, they could not see anything at all. Grimacing, I clamped my eyes shut before daring to open them little by little. There before me hovered a pure white glowing beast. Its white wings were breathtakingly beautiful. How beautiful you are, Anera. Anera. But yours was not a florid beauty, no, subtly different. Your beauty wore a cloak of loneliness. I am like you said. And when I cocked my head to look at you with puzzlement, you continued, I've been looking for someone like you for a very long time. You spoke slowly, majestically. Oh, immortal one, pirate, you and I share a single destiny. You knew who I was. Together, let us escape from the solitude and make our way together, you said, your eyes locked on mine. Escape from the solitude. The words continued ringing in my ears. But I did not know who you were. I could not even be sure what you were. Nor could I leap joyfully at the invitation of one I could not tell as friend or foe. Who are you? I asked. I'm an heir of the White-Winged Clan. White-Winged Clan? I had heard the name before. The White-Winged Clan were said to be a wondrous beast that had become extinct in the distant past. I've heard that the White-Winged Clan died out long ago. I am the last of the bloodline. The only survivor? Indeed, as I said, the last, which is why you speak of solitude. At that point, almost before I knew it, a weak, almost self-mocking smile crept over my face. I felt myself lowering my guard as I spoke to you. My chains, however, were digging even deeper into my flesh and shackling my heart as well. You used the phrase prison of solitude before. It's true. This is a prison. Being alone for eternity is a prison without bars. You nodded those words, mine, Anera, in silence. But then you said, I was in prison too, until just now. I'm sure it's true to be the only living survivor. I spent far too long a time alone. I know what you mean. In the legend, members of the White-Winged Clan are thought to live 1,000 years. Many of you were to live on for several centuries, a sole survivor you could never meet, a female member of the clan of the White Wing, and hope to make children with her. The clan will never rise again. That went a little off beat there. The sole survivor must live out the remainder of his days alone. In order to conquer this unbearable loneliness, you said, I would need someone to make her way with me. I would need someone to make her way with me. Then you looked hard at me and said, "Oh, Power Woman, are you not of the same mind?" I nodded in agreement. But then I made a point of smiling and said, casual as I could, "In other words, you're lonely." Your beautiful face softened and you said with some embarrassment, "I wonder." According to legend as I have heard it, the clan of the White Wing are proud and love their solitude. This only increased your embarrassment and you said, "Solitude has its limits." That did it. I decided to trust you then and there. Well, if that's how you feel, you should come right out and say it. I want company. Company? All right, a companion. A companion? Exactly, so it's decided. I'll team up with you. That ended all hesitation. Just as you saw me in one to make your way together with, I put my full trust in you. Let's go wild on the high seas, I cried. Isn't that what make our way together means? Mean that I should become a pirate? You don't like the idea? You paused for the space of one breath and chuckled softly. I've always wanted to give it a try. No sooner were the words out of your mouth than you leaped at me. With one bite you cut through the thick chain that held me down. Oh, wondrous beast of Nara, proud descendant of the White-Winged clan. This is how you and I first met. In the 900 years since then, we raged over the open sea more wildly than I ever had before. When I stood at the prow of our pirate ship in a search for prey, you were always there beside me. We became irreplaceable partners, friends, companions, family. Yo, that story is weird. Yeah, I was thinking like a tiny fairy or something like that, or not something that could definitely bite through chain.
Seth? Cook? You're crying.
Oops.
I remembered some things from a long time ago.
And I made the player read it.
You were a pirate? And remembering made you cry?
I've always been a pirate. I was crying because of something that happened that I regret.
What happened? We're dumb kids. Boom. Tosco Village, Numara. Well, hell, it's been 2 hours and we actually made some progress today. We completed that boss fight. That was rough. I thought I was I was sure I was gonna die. I paused it. I was certain, but then we managed to pull it through the power of poor planning and luck. My best qualities. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you, Kirito, for the bits, Sylvia for the raid. I truly appreciate that. Juiced, Evixis, Star for resubs, Sky for the host. You guys are the best. I really appreciate you all. I guess I'll see you again tomorrow for sure. We'll be back with Prey tomorrow. It's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, I created some dramatics, aka I got hit with a tank, then the tank shot me a lot, and then somehow I won. I was sure I was done. But either way you look at it, we're here now and we're making progress.